This little man here is Jacob, and he's a little Wallaroo Joey. When thinking about Australian marsupials, I imagine your mind goes to kangaroos, wallabies, or even koalas. But more often than not, there's one species that doesn't quite get the mention: the Wallaroo. You'd be forgiven if you assumed they were a mix between wallabies and kangaroos, as there's a lot of belief that they are. Their size is about halfway between the two, but instead, Wallaroos are a different species altogether. So this here is Audrey, one of our common Wallaroos. She's just about ready for release. She's getting to a good size now. And this species is actually sexually dimorphic, which means you can tell apart the males and the females just by looking at them. You can see that she's a nice light grey colour, whereas the males are a bit more of a darker brown, and they're actually quite beautiful. Now, Wallaroos actually have one of the largest distribution ranges of any macropod in the whole of Australia, including kangaroos. So it's a bit strange why they're not a bit more well known. Now, there are 4 different subspecies, and she's the eastern Wallaroo, or the common Wallaroo. When these guys have joeys, the males do hang around for a little while, only for a few weeks though, and they give a little bit of protection until it's no longer needed. Also considered to be mostly solitary and very rarely seen in groups, in general the common Wallaroo is doing very well, and in some places is even considered a pest. However, some species such as the Barrow Island Wallaroo is considered vulnerable and believed to be down to 1,800 individuals. This little man here is Jacob, and he's a little Wallaroo Joey. We think he's probably only a few months old at the moment, and he was found a couple weeks ago abandoned by his mum. There could be a million reasons why this happened, but most commonly what happens is the little Joey wanders out of the pouch for a bit of a playtime, the mum gets spooked by something like a dog, and then they lose each other. So luckily he was found and he's doing very well. Here's a male, so you can see at the moment he's still quite a nice light grey colour like the females, but when he gets older he'll turn into a beautiful dark brown colour. He's a little bit frantic at the moment because I think he's a bit hungry. He's ready for his milk bottle. Wallaroo Joeys take around 20 months before they're fully developed, so he's still got a little way left on him. But around 9 months they start wandering out of the pouch and getting food for themselves. So amazingly, female Wallaroos can still be pregnant with another joey when they still have one in the pouch. But the embryo doesn't start to develop until the joey leaves, so they can immediately get a new one afterwards. How incredible! An absolutely stunning species that I would love for more people to know about. I highly recommend putting this guy on your list of Australian animals to try and find, especially the males if you're lucky enough to find one. An incredible animal that I've been lucky enough to spend time with.